Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to give you a weekly market update, but first I'm just going to let you guys know that the first free 2 lessons are up on the website and operational. So just jump on there and have a quick look and have a quick read. But yeah, they're both done now, the 2 free lessons, so make sure you have a look. Anyway, so leading on to our weekly update. So last week I was expecting the US dollar index to drop down a little bit further given the bad NFP, but it decided to go bullish this week. So as you can see, we bounced off this level here and continued to go bullish. We had a little bit of consolidation in this area on a lower time frame before going long again. The gold did exactly as I planned, shot up to this Fibonacci retracement level and has started the short again. Given the way this is shorting on the daily time frame, it's showing that there's some hidden buyers in there that could potentially see further longs. Euro US dollar didn't quite shoot up as I expected. It just hung around in this level for a few days, so it gapped down, hung around this level, and then shorted, which was in line with the US dollar index. So yep, British pound US dollar, it just gapped open here pretty bad. As you can see, we kind of drifted up and then it just shot down in line with the elections. Australian dollar US dollar didn't really do much of a retrace back down. It just continued going long and it's now flagging. So that's a flag there, it's forming, coming right into a support. US dollar Japanese yen, it shorted as expected, then it went deeper, closed this gap, and then continued to go long again. I'm expecting it to come back down again. Euro Australian dollar, it pushed up as expected a little bit, but not as much as I was anticipating, and then it started to short again. British pound Australian dollar, it didn't go long as I expected. It just continued to go short, and that was in line with the elections again. Australian dollar Japanese yen is continuing to follow my markup, relatively accurate. So I'm expecting to keep going long with Australian dollar Japanese yen, which will be we're looking for these levels again, the 84500 area. So to quickly draw up the charts, I'm expecting Australian dollar Japanese yen to have a bit of a potential spike down during market open and then going long again. British pound Australian dollar, we're on a good level here. We had a lot of buyers in this area given the big wicks on that, but I'm expecting another bearish corner kind of push down into the 50 fib, which is a support right here, and then going long again to potentially close the gap. Euro Australian dollar, I'm looking at a potential small retracement coming up to this resistance here before going short again. This is a good sign for reversal. Given the candles here, the formation there, and the way the candles are forming, there's a lot of selling power now, and I can expect this gap here to close. There's a big potential here. If you were to get in now, risk reward would be good. US dollar Japanese yen, gap close. Looking at potential shorting this. A bit mixed on this one at the moment. Could see a potential short. If anything, the Australian dollar Japanese yen would kind of bring this up. So we could potentially see a bit of short coming in. There is buying power. So maybe short and going long is my higher probability view at the moment. Australian dollar US dollar, I'm going to continue going long. So potentially it's a little bit more of a push down before going back long again up into this area. British pound US dollar, same thing. Shorting down into this level of support. It's a very good support in along here before going long again. If this supports to break, we got some really strong strength in between here. This is a congestion zone really, so if it slipped into here, we could potentially be sitting in this area for a little bit with good support here and exceptionally strong support along here. A pretty good psychological level, which is the 12500. Euro US dollar, we have a nice big gap here. I'm a big fan of gaps closing on Euro US dollar. As you can see, this one, we had one here. A lot of selling conviction here, gapped here. They don't happen straight away, but they eventually do close on a lower time frame. Usually between that day up to 3 weeks, depending. Like British pound is an exception. But anyway, I'm looking at potential shorting. Bit mixed at the moment just due to the bad NFP. There is good reason to sell, but there's also good reason to buy. So at this stage, I'm just going to trade as I see it. So sell it at the moment and then go long. Obviously, if I see the market change, the sentiment change, I'd go into shorting the Euro US dollar. This is on a daily time frame. On the 4 hour, it looks like we could see a bit of good selling opportunity. We've broken below this previous support here, and it's showing some selling potential. So yeah, potential selling down into this previous support here before going long again. Obviously keeping an eye out just in case the sentiment changes, and we can potentially keep on shorting further down to here. Gold, I'm going to keep shorting. Looking at this, my first key area of interest is right here. The second one that catches my eye straight away is right here, and the third one, strong area of interest again that catches my eye straight away, is here. So you can potentially see shorting in gold to these areas over the coming week. So yeah, continue shorting, looking for these areas for potential reversals. And the US dollar index, it's leaning towards bullish sentiment again, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm looking to potentially see it come back down again and going long again. We did have a bad NFP. It does give me a bit of mixed emotion on it, but that doesn't necessarily always mean the US dollar is going to be weak. There is other factors that you can look out for. So yeah, that's my view at the moment. So looking for a potential little short in the US dollar index before going long again. First area of interest and the strongest area of interest is right here. And then secondly, here. Gold looking at shorting to these potential zones. Euro US dollar a little bit mixed, looking at shorting and then going long again. Obviously looking for any further signs of continuing to short to close this gap. British pound US dollar looking for a bit of a bearish push again before going long and closing this gap. Remember a few videos back that when I said that these kind of pushes get filled because they're just a big bullish movement and then they just kind of drop and fill up. Euro US dollar is a big one for this one. I mentioned that last time, where it spikes up, drifts, and then shoots back down. That's exactly what it's done, but just on a bigger time frame. Australian dollar US dollar looking at going short a little bit further before going long. We seem to be holding the 75-cent mark at this stage, which is very strong psychological level. US dollar Japanese yen shorting before going long. Bit mixed on this one, and the probabilities more in favour of going long. Euro Australian dollar retracing up a little bit before shorting again. British pound Australian dollar shorting before going long, and Australian dollar Japanese yen to continue going long. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and be sure to check out those 2 free lessons.